Hello, Asari Adventures. Welcome to another video. Okay. Um, this video is about my version of how we met. Me and Mimi met. I'll try to make it very simple because a lot of things are involved. Try to make it as spicy as I can. I don't know, my version might be different from her version because I guess I remember a lot of things more than she does. I don't know if she told you. She doesn't really have a good memory. But you didn't hear that from me. We drove from Chicago to Springfield, which is like a 3-hour drive, and I was wondering, why are we driving through the farmlands? I thought America was all about skyscrapers and awesome things to see and beautiful buildings, but no, it was all farmlands. Yeah, just like driving in Ghana. From like the city to like the hinterlands, you know? Farmlands, corn, soybeans, reverse order, nothing, and then maybe you see a bridge, but nothing. But at least it was a highway, you know, it was a paved roads, which you don't really see that everywhere you go in Africa. But I had 4 classes. I had English, communication, computer science was my major, and the last one was economics. It was statistics for economics. I run that class a lot because it was more inclined to math. So yeah, it was like fun for me. 2 of those classes, Mimi was in those classes. She was in English and communication. The 2 I really didn't like. But at least, you know, it was fun to go to class because guess what? It was more genderly balanced. So I remember my first day, it was a Tuesday. My cousin's wife dropped me off. I went to class. I was late because, yeah, she had to wake up and drop me off. So class started at 9:30. I think I got there like 9:40, 10 minutes late. I walked in, new student, right? Pretending I wasn't shy, just walked straight in. I eyed the back wall straight and just walked straight to the back, and there was a chair. I sat right on there. The moment I sat down and took my book bag off, I remember the teacher was like, "Oh, okay, we have a new student in class." He was trying to, I guess, figure out what my name was supposed to be on his register or something. He was like, "Oh, could you introduce yourself?" And I said like 2-3 sentences. In communication, I remember that was the first place I met Mimi. Actually, she sat in the front and I was in the back, so I could see the back of her and she couldn't see me. But I know she did see me since I walked in. Everybody saw me. So I didn't notice anybody's face. It was surprising that I think that same day, later in the day, I think 5:30, we have English class, and she was there, and I'm like, okay, I know coincidences do happen, but come on, why do I have the same person in 2 of my classes? Okay, well, I guess I can make friends. So I had a thought the first day, but I was like, I'm new, I'm shy, I'm gonna wing this off. So that's lit. We have communication again on Thursday, and then we have English. So it's like communication and English on the same day, pretty much. Communication in the morning, English in the evening. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I normally stayed longer. So I remember in communication class, the teacher asked a question. I won't remember the question, but she was the only one who kind of sided with the notion. Everybody else was against it or didn't have a clue what the teacher was talking about, just plain ignoring him. I mean, I was paying attention, but I didn't have an answer. So she put her hand up, and I think she turned around to try to see who else had their hand up, and apparently nobody else did. I did think it was awkward, but then again, I was like, this girl is pretty ballsy, because if it was me not to put my hand up, trust me, I am not looking back. Why do you think I sit in the back? So I don't have to look back. So she looked back, and then everybody else's hand was down, and I was looking at her like, oh, so that's your face. I'm like, alrighty, okay, not bad looking, hey, I gotta be real. That's the thought that passed through my mind. And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll have to find a way to say hi. So now I made friends with Mimi, and we got to know each other, like just on a friendly level. I was trying not to be a creep because apparently American friends are different from the way I was taught friendship in Ghana. If we're in class and we know each other and, we help each other out, we're friends, right? We're cool. But here it's more like we're acquaintances. I just know you, like we don't cross boundaries. We don't, it's a whole lot of things in one. It took me a while to kind of understand how that went. And so, I guess I was being too clingy. I guess. I mean, I understand because over here is all about privacy and antisocialness and individuality. So the communal lifestyle culture that I grew up in is totally different from here. So I guess I crossed some boundaries at some point. I mean, maybe she would say that in her story, but it happened. So Mimi was in front of me that day, so I'm like, hey, can I help you with something so you can help me with this class? Because I'm really, really not doing too good and you seem to be fine. And so help me with this and I'll help you with something else. She was like, well, can you help me with math? And I'm like, oh, I have a math degree. I'm a math guy. So I got you on that. So I guess we got closer through that, that agreement, which she never really helped me with my class. I figured it out myself when I got the book. It's English, come on. She did notice that, those 2 days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have class at 9 to 11, and I have another one 5:30, 7:30. So it made no sense for my cousin or his wife to come all the way back, pick me up, take me home, bring me back again. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm like, I'll just stay on campus all day till 7:30 when then you can pick me up. I'll find something to do. Sit down, just do nothing, play pool, play video games, something. And so she noticed that on those days I was on campus the whole time. She was like, what do you eat and stuff? And I'm like, well, if I have some cash, I just, buy a sandwich or something, just try to keep because at this point, hey, I'm new here. I don't have a lot going on. I'm just trying to get this education bagged and move on with life. You know what I'm saying? A new life that I'm trying to live, trying to figure life out, life with an immigrant and all that stuff. So, she was there for me. She used to take me for lunch on those days when I was on campus. So to me, I was like, so we became good friends to me. But I guess, again, the boundaries come in place. She thought I was being too clingy and I was always hanging out with her too much. So I guess at some point, she started avoiding me. I wouldn't blame her for this, at that point, because I was thinking differently. She's thinking differently, different culture, you know what I'm saying? And then I guess she probably had a boyfriend or something. So yes, again, it's all like weird. You don't want to hang out with the guy. Where I'm from, a guy and a girl can be friends. My best friend was a girl or is a girl, but so it's different. Anyway, nothing sexual in my mind, but American lifestyle is totally different. So for anybody who doesn't really know American lifestyle, take this from me. Don't be weird. Just give them this space. Say hi when you have to say hi. Don't overdo it. Don't give them that vibe because they wouldn't understand what you're up to. They would think you are trying to take advantage of something. So Mimi started avoiding me. And I was like, I don't have a problem with it, but like she was just being weird about it. Like, let's say I was walking, she was coming, I'm looking dead in her face, smiling, like trying to say hi, and she looks away. So I'm like, hold on. I didn't do nothing to you. We're just cool. I know you're avoiding me thinking I might try to come in your space, but I wasn't a kid at that point. You know what I'm saying? But I guess she wasn't thinking of it that way. But that's fine. So, I made more friends. That's what I did. I made way more friends. Some people didn't really mind that, I guess, because they were also like feeling alone like I was. So, hey, life went on. And English class and communication class. And unfortunately, because I couldn't pay for tuition, I couldn't go back to school for January 2013. So I was in UIS for 1 semester. Yeah, there was no way out. So then reality set in. Visa status becomes question mark because you're not in school anymore. So you gotta go back home. And I'm thinking, going back home to what? At that time, I'm like, I came here for a reason. I'm not going back home with two hands. No, I need to figure something out. And so, a lot of people whispered in my ears and stuff. And then, by God's grace, so many things happened between, joining a church, thanks to my cousin Henry, getting baptized there, getting to know everybody and the pastor and stuff. And him helping me, with this tooth thing. I remember I told a story about that. Free dental care, got rid of a bad tooth. To getting a job with a handyman who was at the church and needed help. And some other guy helped me get a job at McDonald's. And then I had another job at Papa John's Pizza. So at some point I had 3 jobs. And I ended up working for IT for an agricultural guy. So many stories in between, but that's a whole other story. But basically, all this ran all the way. Oh, and I actually coached track and field in Henry's school back then when he was in the, 7th grade, 8th grade. All of this go around to about summertime of 2013 when I think I was on my way home from McDonald's. I used to walk home like 2.5 miles. I mean, it was summertime, who cared? I didn't have a car then, but it was in a good suburb, so I was just walking home, and my Instagram beeped, and I looked, and I'm like, I got a message from Mocha something, her Mimi's Instagram name at that time, and it was like, hey, what have you been to, or something, I missed something around those lines, and I'm like, okay, she was the last person I expected to text me though, like, okay, she commented on an Instagram picture, I'm like, I thought she was living her own life or something. I mean, I didn't even know. I don't know where she went. Pretty much. I just forgot about everybody from UIs. I'm like, look, they have to live their life, figure my life out. So she came in my life. And from that point, I'll tell you what, this is the history. Right? That Instagram comment just went from, how have you been, to let's text on my phone, to I'm going to call you every time when I get off work. And I'll try to call you in between or text you on my break. And because I had 3 to 4 jobs, I was juggling them around. So every time I had I had a quick second, I could say hi, hello, just trying to be a friend. Like, that's me. I had a lot going on, but at least she was reaching out to me. I can't just be like, oh, ignore her just because. To me, it was like, a friend is a friend, whether male or female. Whoever reached out to me, I reach out to them, So we got a whole lot closer because we used to talk through the night. I used to get like an hour's sleep a night because we would talk all the way to like midnight, 1 o'clock, and I had to go to work at 3 in the morning. I mean, this is the whole story. I'm not going to tell you now. If you want to hear that story though, comment and say, I want to hear the life story of 2013, because that's when everything went intertwined. I was depressed at some point. I needed to clear my head out. I was home every day. I didn't want to even leave the house because I just felt like my life was about to crush in. I was thinking so many negative things, like, well, I wasn't trying to kill myself though. That's not part of it, but so many things happened in between. And then, yeah, here we are. 7 years, 2013. We dated 2013. She visited a couple of times, Springfield, because she went back to Chicago then. And I was in Springfield. She visited a couple of times. One time she brought Ethan. I was so excited to meet him. He was a really awesome kid. He still is. And then I visited her and her family in Christmas that time. And I got to meet the rest of her family, her brother, her sister, and her mom, and grandparents and stuff. And it was fun. It was fun. That was my first trip to Chicago. My first trip on the train. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was great. So yeah, that's how we met. Everything else is history. I mean, there's a lot of stories in between and about that I just wanted to summarize it. But just know this. Ever since that Instagram comment, she's been a great blessing in my life. I mean, immigration, she helped me with that. She helped me put my life back together. She helped me go back to school again, get it done, get a master's degree, finally. I mean, from that point, it's just blessings upon blessings. You know, we have Julian now, another awesome kid. Hey, you know, sometimes, you know, when life hits you and you're at the lowest, just don't try to shut everybody out, because you never know who has been sent to, you know, help redeem you from whatever you're going through or help pick you back up. You know, God uses different people at different times. You never know who it is. So if you know you hit rock bottom and you think, okay, I'm done with life, or I don't want to see or hear anybody, or I don't care, yeah, you never come back up. People are going to get you there. And, you know, God's work is God's work. It could be anybody. So always be positive, regardless of what's going on in your life. And always smile. Ha-ha. All right. Thank you, Asaga Adventures. Thank you, AA family, for listening to my story of how I met Mimi. My girlfriend then, my wife now. Forever to come, forever to go. All right. Catch you another time. Bye.